welcome back to the YouTube channel of Bethel Evangelical Free Church Hanley. I'm Pastor Gervais Charmley. This is another historic church in Shropshire. This is the Church of the Holy Trinity at Lydham. The church definitely has Anglo-Saxon origins, although most of what we see today is the result of a rebuilding in the 13th century. There's been work over the centuries, and it was massively restored, as many church buildings were in the 1880s. It is noted for a number of features, one of which is the Saxon work, and the other is there's a good number of memorials here to the Oakley family of Oakley, who lived in the parish for many centuries. So we'll have a look around and notice the box pews that are one of the church's most outstanding features. We begin as usual at the west end, and we can see here, panning down slightly, the box pews that occupy most of the nave. The pulpit is Jacobean. The font is medieval, and it's a sort of medieval font that, that's medieval, but we can't really work out, is it 13th century, 14th century, could it be 15th century? It's medieval. That's the vestry behind it, made out, definitely made out of some old box pews that have been taken down. Waste not, want not, as they say. We have here the war memorial, just 4 names, little stained glass window. We have Jacob and David, 2 great Old Testament characters. Pan round, there is the pulpit and the chancel beyond. The Oakley family lived in the parish until the 1970s, when the family seems to have died out. The memorial here is to one John Owen, who died July 1848, aged 73, and for 40 years was a respected servant at Oakley in this parish. And of course the Bible text is, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." I hope you appreciated it. And I hope he was appreciated. There is the Jacobean pulpit, and into the chancel. There's a collection of Oakley memorials here. The Oakleys provided patrons, squires, and even incumbents. And there's one of their funerary hatchments. We have here the east window, a fairly typical crucifixion with the Virgin Mary and John the Apostle, and this dates from 1904, in honour of the atonement of our Lord Jesus Christ, and in thankful remembrance of Frederick Septimus Green, rector of this parish for 21 years, and Arabella Elizabeth, his wife. This window is dedicated by their 3 children. And there's some old Jacobean panelling here. So we turn slowly around, and we can look west and see the nave full of box pews. So duck back here, so we can have a look at the communion rails. And again, we've got your wrought iron work supports. It's a fairly typical little country church. It's normally kept locked, but you can get the key from the Whole Foods shop opposite, which is quite handy. And we have here what looks like a harmonium. So that is the inside here at Lydham. Let's go outside. And so here we are outside at Lydham. You can see here this beautiful structure with this little bell-cot, nave, chancel. So let's have a look around the outside. So here we go. What you can see just towards the end of the nave roof is a ventilator to keep the place properly ventilated. We have the normal collection of tombs, very ancient building. In fact, it's one of the older buildings around here. It certainly has some of the oldest material in it because it does contain, on the north side, some Anglo-Saxon work, which we shall therefore go and see. So, chancel, slate roof from the Victorian restoration, of course. The pre-restoration roof would have either been thatched or it would have been great big stone slabs, and probably great big stone slabs. So round the end here, and nice stonework, very good stonework, and the vestry there, the blackbird taking flight, and we find ourselves round here, and this is the oldest part of the building, is this north wall, which slopes slightly outwards, and you can see the lower part, these big stones, which is indicative of the way that they did things. And there you can see that slope there at the bottom. So it's a very handsome building. Just here are the Oakley graves. Not much maintained anymore because the family died out basically in the 1970s, and we come back round to the porch here. Just get to the porch. So there we have just a quick tour of Lydham Church. And so there we have it, Holy Trinity Lydham. So thank you for watching, and may God bless you and keep you until next time.